I've been talking about blind spots in leadership for the last couple of videos. And I think today I want to just share three more that I see occurring in leaders that I think are important to point out because blind spots are things we cannot see. And the only way that we become aware of them is to have feedback and others around us helping us to discover so that we can see what we can't see. Blind spots can be dangerous. They can cause collisions and damage and cause us to get blindsided in things because there are things we are unaware of. So we desperately need people who will give us feedback and tell us the truth so that if we're going to grow as leaders. So let me just share with you three more what I believe are very common blind spots that leaders have. Here's the first one for today: an overconfidence in the decision-making process. Basically, what I mean by that is that we take for granted that the way we've made decisions, because it's worked for us before, will work for us now. That it somehow is a guarantee that we are operating in our best present wisdom or future wisdom. And there is no guarantee that what worked before will work again. Now, we don't just throw things away and say, well, this has worked, but we're going to ignore it. No, but we don't become overconfident in it. It's one of those things that we want to always at least ask the question, is this process the best way to go? Have we gotten input from maybe some diverse sources or people with different perspectives? Have we looked into that? Have we gotten enough information? The danger of just saying this is how we make decisions around here and just doing it can lead to some poor decision making because things change. Things are in flux. We are in a time right now where all kinds of things are changing and shifting, and sometimes at an alarming pace. So overconfidence that how we make decisions around here is the way we're going to keep doing it can lead you to some poor decision making. And so having that overconfidence, not asking the right questions, not at least examining, is this the way we need to approach this? Not getting feedback from people who might have different perspectives or insights than we do, and inviting them into the decision-making process. Overconfidence can be a blind spot in a lot of areas, but it's certainly true when it comes to how we make decisions as leaders. Here's the second one, and that is the failure to actually develop others. It's based in a belief that thinks that leading is about my accomplishments. I'm a good leader as long as I'm doing well. But being a leader requires a fundamental shift in that thinking. Leaders are all about seeing the development of their team. So top performers sometimes struggled when asked to step into executive roles or to roles of leadership because they are locked in on their own accomplishments, and they need to make a shift in their thinking to where it's now about how do I develop the team and help other people grow and become all that they can be. That's the fundamental role of the leader, helping their team develop and become their best selves, therefore leading to the best possible outcomes. So this is a blind spot when we neglect or we just fail to develop other people. We become very self-focused. It's about me. It's about my accomplishments. This is going to really create some difficulties and some challenges. And this is why sometimes leaders don't do well if they can't make that shift in their thinking. But it can be a blind spot if we believe that ultimately it's still about me and it's about my accomplishments and what I achieve. Then this blind spot is going to really affect the ability for our team to accomplish things at a high level. So it's a blind spot, and we need somebody to help us see it. Hey, pour into your team. Do they have what they need? Are you resourcing them? Are you making sure they have the right training? Are you coming alongside and encouraging them and helping them develop into the best possible team member that they can be? Because that is the real job of a leader. Here's a third one, and it is akin to the last one. but it's different. And that is neglecting personal growth. Now, this usually stems from someone who feels like, but that was all for the early stages of my career, really focused on developing myself and growing as a person, but I've outgrown that now. That's a terrible blind spot. Because if you as the leader cease to grow, if you are not continuing to learn and improve and get better, then you are actually going to cause the team that you lead. Your stagnation in growth, it's going to be contagious. It's going to limit the team. It's going to negatively affect them. We need to, as leaders, personal growth is a thing that we never stop pursuing. So when we fall prey to this blind spot of thinking, no, I'm there, I've achieved. I think I've mentioned in a previous video the whole thing about destination disease, where we feel like, oh, well, we're just coasting now. We've learned all we need to learn now. We can just get by. Those are mindsets that are not going to go well. It's going to affect our ability to lead well. There's no finish line in leadership growth and development. So this blind spot can really sabotage and undermine some dynamics within our team because we have ceased to learn and grow, and we've lost our own curiosity and our own desire to get better. These blind spots are fairly common. You may notice that you have them. I hope that you have people around you who can tell you the truth. I hope that you are actively seeking and contending for honest and truthful feedback. That's the only way that I've found to actually become aware of what our blind spots are. It's the only way we can see what we can't see.